2020, the Sonet was Kia's entry into the highly competitive sub-4 meter SUV segment, and right off the bat the car was an instant success. In fact, in just the 3 years that the car has been here, Kia has already managed to move 3 lakh units, making it their most successful model in their Indian journey so far. Well, the facelift had been a long time in the making, and in December 2023, we brought you exclusive news on the facelift. Well, today we're going to drive it and examine it and tell you if Kia has done enough for the Sonet to help it keep its success going. Before we get into the details of the new Sonet, here are the trim breakups and color options. Bookings for the Sonet opened on December 20th, 2023. It is being offered in 7 variants across 3 engine options, with the 1.5 litre diesel seeing the return of a full-fledged manual gearbox after almost a year. These variants include HDE, HDK, HDX, HDX Plus, GTX and the X-Line trim level. The Sonet will be offered in 8 single-tone color schemes and 2 dual-tone color schemes, including a color called Pewter Olive that's been taken from the Seltos. The X-Line trim continues with the matte grey color scheme. For all the details on the Sonet, do visit our website carwale.com. The biggest exterior change to the Kia Sonet facelift for the year 2024 is a completely revised face. You get these diffuse chrome elements all around that's here under the grille, here on the bumper, as well as built into the headlamps. The other major change is the design of the headlamps. Now the car that we are driving for this video is the top of the line GTX Plus variant, and it gets full LED headlamps and DRLs. But as you go down the order, you go to halogen headlamps with a slightly different design. We're here on the side of the Kia Sonet, and you can see that Kia has retained most of the profile, but there are 2 major changes. One is that you get body color door handles. The other is a new design for these 17-inch alloy wheels that you get on this top of the line GTX variant. The biggest change at the rear of the Kia Sonet facelift for the year 2024 is a one-piece light bar. It's a signature Kia element has finally come to the Sonet. The other very minor change that one would notice is a difference in the way Sonet has been written on this badge on the left side. We're here in the cabin of the Kia Sonet in the front row, and most of the elements, layout and design have all been retained in their entirety from the pre-facelift model. What is new, however, are these 2 digital displays. This one on the left is of course the 10.25-inch unit for the infotainment system, and this one on the right, also a 10.25-inch unit, is the new instrument cluster. It's a full digital HD quality unit, and we first saw it on the Seltos and it's now here on the Sonet. The infotainment system, like what we saw on the Seltos, retains the old UI, which is not a bad thing as it's quite easy to use. You're getting quickly to where you want, but when you look at it against the competition, the interface does feel a bit dated. The instrument cluster though, that's extremely fancy with nice high quality graphics and a lot of information. In fact, the instrument cluster shows a lot of things like speed, fuel levels, and of course all the ADAS functions as well. We're here in the second row of the Kia Sonet facelift, and like the front row, it's more of a value addition than really any big changes. Some of the features here include these central air vents, USB-C charging ports, access to the air purifier, and curtains on both the doors. You also get a center armrest with 2 cup holders. Now, while all this is very good, one of the things that Kia has tried but not really been able to solve is knee room in the back. Kia themselves have said that they have scooped out the seat back to liberate additional space, but as you can see with the seat setup in my driving position, there's hardly any space here. This is not something I think that Kia would be able to solve with this current Sonet, and maybe that's something they would be able to address when they come along with the new generation in the future. The fully loaded GTX Plus variant that we are driving has all the bells and every whistle that Kia offers for the Sonet, and then some more. This list includes ventilated front seats with power function for the driver, full HD instrument cluster, 360-degree camera, and a blind spot monitor. The biggest addition to the feature list are Level 1 ADAS, which we checked out in the driving section, and a new connected car system with over 60 commands and support for English functionality. On the safety front, all versions get 6 airbags, ABS with EBD, ESC, and Highline TPMS. ADAS is only offered on the top spec variants. Though if we go by the Seltos' progress, then we can expect it in at least one more lower spec model going forward. The Kia Sonet will continue with its 3 engine options. The base is the 1.2 petrol producing 82 bhp and 115 Nm and is offered only with a 5-speed manual. The more powerful petrol is a 1 litre GDI turbo producing 118 bhp and 172 Nm and can be had either with a 6-speed IMT or a 7-speed DCT. Finally, the diesel is Kia's 1.5 litre unit producing 114 bhp and 250 Nm, either be had with a 6-speed manual, 6-speed IMT or a 6-speed AT. This Kia Sonet that we are driving in the video today is the 1.5 litre diesel mated to a 6-speed automatic. This engine produces 114 bhp and 250 Nm of torque. It's same diesel engine that runs common throughout the Kia range. You get it not just in the Kia range, you get it across Hyundai and Kia actually. It's a very tractable diesel engine. You get a nice surge of torque quite low down, but because of the way that the torque converter works, if you want to make quick overtakes, you need to keep it pinned down a bit for it to like generate up, shift up, and then give you some additional boost. And that's one of those things you got to plan in advance for your overtakes. I mean, they get done quickly once this thing is on song, but you do have to plan in advance. But one of the nice things of having a diesel engine and an automatic gearbox together, it's quite rare in the segment nowadays, is that it's a damn good mile muncher. Like we said, it gives you a mileage of 18.6 kmpl, and with a 45 litre tank, you can do almost 850 to 900 kilometers on a full tank, and that's as good as it gets in the segment. Now, as a car to drive, the Sonet feels remarkably car-like. It feels tight around you with a nice response from the steering wheel, nice response, nice weight. When you go through the corners, the car progressively responds, and you don't get those things that you would look at it and think, oh, it's going to respond like an SUV, but it does respond like a car, and that makes it one of the nice things to drive. Now, this car rides on 16-inch wheels, the largest that you can get with the Sonet, and even on those 16-inch wheels, despite being one size larger than what you would expect in the segment, it rides surprisingly well, taking everything in its path without sending much back into the cabin. And with more than sufficient ground clearance, you don't have to worry about scraping underneath or big potholes and speed breakers and things like that. It'll just clear all of it. However, because this is like 16-inch wheels, one size that you normally get in the segment, if you tread with a little bit of caution, it'll be beneficial to you. One of the major additions that Kia has put for the Sonet facelift, and something we had expected a while ago, was level 1 ADAS. Expected because it's already there on the Hyundai Venue. It's been there for a while, and we expected that it'll come to this for the sister car, right? And with level 1 ADAS, you get almost all the features of level 2 ADAS except for the adaptive cruise control. You do get cruise control, but it's not an adaptive cruise control. So one of the nice things is, because this thing has a 360-degree camera, they have added a blind spot monitor, and this is a blind spot monitor that will show you on both sides. So now if I switch on the right side indicator, I get a right side view. If I switch on the left one, it gives me a left side view. Whereas the one in the Seltos, if you've seen in our earlier videos, it shows you both the sides irrespective of which side you are indicating. Another nice feature, and you can see it in work as I'm speaking to you, is the lane keep assist, which as simple as it gets, it reads the lines on the road and allows you to carry on in a straight line. But it can tend to be a bit confusing initially, because the lane keep assist cannot account for errant motorists or smaller objects, and if you cut across half a lane like I've had to do to avoid this motorcycle, then the lane keep assist pulls you back a little harder than you would want. Be it level 1 or level 2 ADAS, as we have said in earlier videos, the ADAS system, especially for a country like India, is a help. It's not the be with all that it can take care of the driving completely. You have to treat it with a pinch of salt, which means that it's there to help you but can't entirely take care of everything that's going on. We've spent some time with this Kia Sonet Facelift for 2024 and there's quite a few bits to talk about. On the plus side, you now get a solid bit of value addition. I mean, that's the route that Kia has gone for with the car. Things like the power driver seat, level 1 ADAS, 360-degree camera, the front seat ventilation, all of these really up the value of the car. However, on the flip side, the space at the back is still cramped. Even though Kia says it scooped out the seat back for additional space, you can see that it didn't really make that much of a difference. And plus, if you try to put a third occupant in the middle, they're really going to have to contend with a slightly different seat-based material, as well as the air vents that protrude out of the center console. And also, you don't get wireless connectivity for your phone mirroring, which is weird, because almost all of the competition offers it, and this is a problem that even the Seltos has. Now, as a car to drive, it's really good fun. It has very car-like dynamics, and with this nice potent diesel engine and an automatic transmission, one of the few that exists in the segment, it's a great mile muncher. I mean, you can get almost 900 kilometers on a full tank, and that's as good as things get in this day and age. Kia Sonet is Kia's competitor in the highly competitive sub 4 meter SUV segment. You know, it takes on the cars like the Maruti Brezza, the Tata Nexon, the Hyundai Venue, which is its sister car, the Mahindra XUV 300. These are all big in terms of volume, and whatever Kia has given for the Sonet should help further its cause quite a bit. What do you think of the Kia Sonet in this facelifted guise for 2024? Do let us know in the comment section below. Have we missed something, or do you want to know something else about the car? Do let us know about that too in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.